The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. But hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game:
17 carries, 67 yards.
He's really been somewhat special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Even when defense is focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got their work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Again, a run with Gainwell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down and 4.
Rodgers now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Garrett Wilson,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Done good with the extra point.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Well, look at the numbers for Lockett from a week ago. 7 catches, 101 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Here comes third and about a foot.
Throwing Jones. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. C.J. Mosley in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep for the Jets, Mecole Hardman.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked.
And Geisman complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at off the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further.
Holding, offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Here's a give to Hall. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half. On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards.
And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Done good with the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
And now out come the Patriots.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out right at the 35. And they get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Here's Bryce Baringer now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here's Hardman to return.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can do.
Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Done good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. New England's offense set to go.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Back to throw. Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Hardman on the return.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And the Jets will take over this offense, and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
2 yards to go, second down. On second down, a run with Hall.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets continue to pull away here this first half. Done good with the extra point.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. But the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off play action. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Jones on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There's Mecole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about...
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Now down for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Fielded at the 20. Powers through. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Hall again.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, 41 yards. And the Jets have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Done good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
42, Patriots 6.
So Dunn now following the score. Back out to send this away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And Stevenson's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
Off the play fake. Jones.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
To throw again. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Jones throw here taken in by Gesicki.
Touchdown, Patriots! Mike Gesicki, 30 yards.
And the Patriots are able to claw one back. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. This taken in at the goal line. There's Mecole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys. Back now in Austin. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
They'll go again with Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A handoff for Hall.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Holding offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here's Hall.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Now 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Hall.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Rodgers to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, 51 yards.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Done good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jones.
That is caught. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Here's Hall again.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Rodgers throwing here.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're...
And that's caught inside the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down.
That is incomplete. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win.